Hello everyone and welcome to my channel this morning. It is a beautiful, it's a beautiful day. I am going to get straight to the point here. I've realized something in myself. I had this like epiphany. Could you say that? I don't know. Is that the desire to be recognized comes in so many waves. Waves? I could say waves in times. You know, it comes in. And you know, when you've been brought up in a culture of reward and punishment, like, you know, all of this is subconscious, but as I like evolve out loud with myself, I realize that I have these, that I have this kind of thing. It's not as a choice. I realize it more and more and more and more as I develop myself, as I put myself out there, as I take the responsibility of risk, and I understand a lot about my existence. I understand, you know, and I think it's when, you know, basically it comes down to for me, the issue of courage, the issue to step outside of myself, the risks that I take. Is synonymous with courage, and I do this because I just want a better world for myself, you know. But I think what I've realized is that, and it's so valuable and so interesting to speak about, is that the desire for recognition, and recognition outside of myself. Now it's ironic because when I do my so-called outrageous videos, or even with my sharing of my intimate self, I don't know about this lighting here. Is this lighting okay? It's not about the lighting. Anyway, yeah, so it's a very interesting thing that I've been thinking about this morning, is that it's an issue of courage, really. More issue of courage, but what is residue, I could say, like residue of thought patterns, or of issues of development within my authentic self. I am in my subconscious lies this reward and punishment kind of experience that lies underneath everything. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity to share with you at the moment that I do know that I have the desire for recognition, and that it is not what I desire. It sounds ironic, it sounds contradictory, but it's not what I desire, because when I put myself out there, especially like with Mary, or playing with makeup, you know, and if you've been watching or sharing with me or listening to any of my videos, it's really about just expression and owning the expression. So I've created this outlet for myself to share with you and to be vulnerable with you, and that happens with so many, all areas of my life. But I've realized that in the last couple days, it's probably always been there. It's there. It's like, it's just there because I share it with you, because the desire to be recognized is in me regardless of the risk that I'm taking. And I think the desire is, it's really so subtle, because ultimately I do not need that desire, but the conditioning of the self is quite strong. It's so interesting to recognize that, because that's a possibility. If I did not put myself out there like I do with my videos, and with the outrageous sides of me, showing sides of me, speaking about my personal life, you know, I create these opportunities for me to gather, it seems contradictory, but I get freedom from them. Now, the thought patterns in my mind, what I recognize and what I realize as I grow, living my life out loud, or making my own choices, is that I recognize that it's just really thought patterns that come and that arise, that are not even mine. It's like this in stupid head of mine, you know, like my girls are back. My cats. You know, it's really a wonderful opportunity, and I'm so grateful just to be able to recognize it. You know, when you choose, and I'm here to inspire you to just live more out loud, and that someone, you have a friend in me, and I feel like, you know, this feeling, just showing up, and this feeling of vulnerability can be a constant thing. and not so. It's like it's actually encourages me even more to live how I want to live, and not be controlled by this reward or punishment, you know, or do I do that to myself? If this makes any sense, it's all when you take risks and you bring more of your private life to the public, or how you can say, bring yourself more authentically into all situations and daily activities, and how you want to choose to live your life and not be controlled by the conditioning of your previous self. You know, it's a really wonderful opportunity, and I'm here sharing that with you. And it is an issue of courage. It is an issue of courage to realize that you do things that make you feel vulnerable. You do things that step outside of your comfort zone so you can learn. And so, and I have this insatiable desire to do that. Although I do really recognize that the fact that I have been conditioned so strong is there, because the subconscious, the subconscious apparent need for recognition is something that because of my vulnerability and my living myself being here with you, is exposed. So there's this subconscious need for a reward for what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing, because I'm speaking outside of my mind. It's very, very interesting, because I recognize, oh my God, I actually can do that. I'm doing that also with my ego, or I'm doing that with my risking videos, or that I feel, you know, I mean, probably, I'm definitely sure that no one is sitting at home thinking about me 24/7, which is like the ego can really say that, like the whole world is really looking at you. It's very, very interesting, because that desire for recognition is something I don't want in myself. I just don't want that. So I create these possibilities, and I have this courage. It is an issue of courage, and the issue of courage to be able to share myself like this, and share sides of myself of expression, however I'm perceived or whatever. You know, yesterday on my talk I spoke about the conditioned self, and how, like, you know, I can be busy with the likes to my videos, or, you know, the you know, I don't know, my likes to my YouTube channel, or be concerned with losing subscribers or gaining subscribers. All of that is ego-based. It's all ego-based, and it's all part of the reward and punishment. It's like, it's all part of that conditional self that has happened in my former life with growing up with my family, and the conditioning that one endures earlier in life. So today is really an opportunity just to be able to share that with you, and I recognize that the desire for recognition is something that we all, like, when you start to look at it, it is so valuable to recognize that. And for myself, and I can start to, well, I mean, I've started it a long time ago, but you know, as I share, I've been sharing for over a year now, and it's so important for me, and it's just an outlet, it's an outlet of expression, that I realize that the contrast or the conditioning is there. And you can't just get rid of, like, parts of yourself overnight. That the desire is there, I think, you know, but this whole reward and punishment that one can do to themselves because they step outside of their comfort zone is very scary, because you feel very vulnerable. I do, and this is only me, and I can be so overwhelmed by that. Even knowing that I'm overwhelmed by that is like, you can still feel that emptiness, or that desire for this to be recognized. You know, it's all ego-based. It's all, you're not your ego. I am not my ego. I am a creation, and I'm not my conditioning, and that is so amazing to recognize and realize. And I'm grateful, absolutely grateful for that. So it's like, you know, the desire for freedom is like infinite. It's just so infinite. So to be in this world but not of it is such a desire of that freedom. But as a human being, you know, it just battles with its saboteur that I spoke about yesterday. It's really light, I don't get so drowned, and it gets really upset when I don't follow it. But I share that with you today because it's a unique perspective. It's just a unique perspective in myself. And I happily will continue sharing myself and feeling the love that comes from the vulnerability authentically within myself. We are all selfish in ourselves, and we're taught not to be that way, so that's part of it too. It's just psychological, right? It's psychological, a psychology of courage. This is a psychology of courage, I guess, that I'm sharing with you, that I heard from a book called The Courage to Be Disliked. And that is so powerful. So anyway, so I'm just sharing that with you. The desire, one needs to deny the desire for recognition, and that is what I want to share with you today. Deny that it's just, we don't need to be recognized. This is my journey, this is what I'm sharing with you, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's about our own freedom and what we think of as freedom. Thank you so much for watching me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye.